Okay, now we are going to set our strategy. But I'm going to give you a method where you are going to just save it and use it after. So since you have $300, we are going to make a strategy which can both maximize profits and at the same time even enable you to go on with the market dips or when the market goes down. So you go to my strategy settings, yes, and then if you have never added anything here, there will be a button here which says add it now. But since for me I've ever added a strategy, I'm going to just place on plus so that I add another one. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to place on the plus on top. I'm going to place on plus on the top. Why is it not working? Okay, plus. Then I'm going to give our setting a name. If you are using iPhone, you will find conservative here. You switch to steady. Then I'm going to give it a name, which is $300 strategy. This is specifically for someone who has $300, but you can borrow the idea if you have less. This is $300 strategy. All right, after setting your remark or the name of the strategy, in our strategy, we are going to use $50 as our first buying amount, and we are going to switch off the AI margin call. Now, when it reaches to margin call limit, we are going to calculate. I want to put like $150 in the first 4 margin calls, and then the rest $100 will go to the other margin calls from 5 and above. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get 300 minus 50, which is our first buying amount, will remain with 250. And on this 250, I'm going to take off 150, which I want to fit in the first 4 margin calls. It means the balance will be 100. So how am I going to fix the 150 in the first 4 margin calls? This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to come here. So I want the first 4 margin calls to have 150 USDT. It means I'll be left with $100. So I can either divide by 5 or divide by 10. So that will be up to you. But for me, I'm going to divide by 10 because I'm aiming for more profits. If I divide by 10, it means I'll get 10 more margin calls. So it means I'm going to make a strategy for 14 margin call limit. So on margin call limit, you're going to put there 14. Okay, now the take profit, I always take 1.5. You can take up to 3 according to the signal given, but for me, I always take 1.5. Now for the opposition take profit callback, I always use 0.1 in a good market. Now buying callback, I always use 0.01. This is a sub position take profit callback, I always use 0.1. Then strategy period should be on 1 shot, not cycle down there. So we are going to set the margin configuration. I've not explained all this because we have some other videos which do explain this. So margin configuration, I want to fix $150 in these first margin calls. How am I going to do it? Here I'm going to first on the side of the multiple buying ratio, I'm going to leave the settings which are there. It means here if we are going to use our second buy-in amount as 5, because our first buy-in amount is 50, so our second buy-in amount, let it be 5. So we are going to say here it is 10 because it is entering 5 twice. Here it is 20 because it is entering 4 times. Here it is 40 and here is 80. So if you add these ones, 80 plus 40, that is 120, plus the 30 up, that is 150. So when the market is not too good, you can even reduce the first buy-in amount. Let me first go back. So we can say, let us start with something like $20. Okay, let us use $20. So it means the 150 there in the first four margin calls plus the $20, that will be 170. So since we have reduced by 30, it means by by $10 we have more filling margin calls. So let us make it 17. Yeah, I've reduced to 20 because the market nowadays it is somehow going down, so you don't have to inject too much money in the first buying amount. So I've come back here. So the first four margin calls, I will leave the multiple buying ratio up like this. I will leave it like that. What I'm going to change is here, up to down. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So since we are injecting on the second buy, first buying amount is 20, second buying amount, let it be 5. So we want to we want ROIQ to enter the market very fast. So when the market drops by 0.2, it will inject $10. That is 5 times 2. And when the market drops again by 0.3, it will inject $20. And when the market drops again by 0.4, it will inject $40. And when the market drops again by 0.5, it will inject $80. So it means our prayer would be that if the bot buys the first buying amount of 20, we have to come back quickly as soon as it has bought. When we come back, we have to set again the first buying amount to 5 so that it can match the settings we have given here. So it means our prayer would be that our prayer would be that the market should drop the first and buys the first call, drop and buy the second call, drop and buy the second call, drop and buy the fourth call. So in so doing, it means the market would have injected already $170, and that is good. Even if it ends here dropping, even if dropping ends here and it goes up to profits, you'll be getting some good profits. So let us continue with the other part. All right, so on the 50 call, we are going to put 1, and this side we are going to put 2 since we want to buy with $10. Let me first fix this side. We are going to use $10. That is 5 times 2. 5 times 2. That is it. That is it. That is it. Okay. I'm not going to set the other part down. Yeah, I'm going to remove these two margin calls down, the 16th and the 17th. Why am I removing them? I'm removing them because sometimes the market doesn't buy with $5 exactly. Sometimes it buys with 5.1, 5.2. So you'll find yourself that the capital is not enough because of that calculation. So we have to leave some space. So the space I'm going to leave in here, because here I was going to put 2, even here 2. So it means I'm going to leave a space for $20. So let me first save this and I reduce to 15 margin calls. 15, yeah? Okay. So I've come back here. Since I've reduced, it has changed. Let me set it again. This is 2. 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 Even here 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 2. So we are setting the drop again because it has changed. 0.4. 0.5. Let this one be 1. So we are going to be increasing that drop as the market drops down. so that we can cater for the massive drops of the market. So we are going to do it like that. We go in increasing 3.3, then 3.5. You can put 4, then 4.5. You can put 5, then 5.5. Or you can put 5.5 in the last ones. Why am I increasing like this? I would have used 0.5, 0.5 throughout. I'm doing this that if the market is not so good, and if the market is able to drop so big, here I will still be making money, because to make a drop of 5, because here I will say you first make some small drops and insert in my money. After that, you take some time to put the money in the market, because the market, we are sensing the market is still going down. So if it puts in the money quickly, it means you miss out on some money. So the drop, we have said the drop is here, the margin call drop. If you add 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is 15, plus 4.5, that is 19.5, plus 4, that is 23.5, plus 3.5, that is 27, plus 3, that is 30, plus 2.5, that is 32.5, plus 2, that is 34.5, plus 1.5, that is 36, plus 1, that is 37. So we have catered for a drop of almost 38, and that is good for the market situation we are in right now. So when the market situation changes, you can change all this to 0.5. You can change the margin call drop to 0.5 throughout, because the market will be so good and we want it to inject more money. Okay, so it's like I'm going to save this. After you just save, so this is our setting for the $300 strategy. So how are you going to use it? So if I go back, we are going to set a strategy. Yeah, our coin is still running, though it is going to give little oh, it has sold. It has sold. Okay, that is good. So there is another signal here. Let me first set the signal. So this account has some little capital, so I'm not going to use that strategy. I'm just going to set with another strategy. Let me have a look here. What's the new strategy? What's the new signal I've added? It's not here. Let me check on the other phone. Okay, it is act. Let us see whether it is still on, though we are a little bit late. Act, where are you? Act, you search for the coin, then you go. So I'm going to use another setting I set, but you take reference. You take reference accordingly. So you go to trade settings and you select manually create on the top. Then my template, choose a strategy. So for you, you will choose the strategy you want, but for me, I'm going to choose the down one, because it's the one which fits the capital on this account. So I'll just send to sub-bin real-time settlement, and I start the trade. You see, it is very fast. You activate. Oh, sorry, I've not set my first buy-in amount. Since I'm compounding, it is now 23 point something. Let me say 23.7, because I've not checked. Right, I activate, create. Remember, I'm taking little profit. So after starting the trade, it will light this button and say pause. So I go back and change to $5, because it's what we are using quickly. Okay, now we have set properly, but you see we have not been fast enough. We have set only one margin call. So next time you'll be very fast, because it has already bought, but it has inserted $22+. So speed is the issue.